This is the plaintiff, Russell Coleman. He says he's a private chef, and he was redoing his kitchen cabinets. So he hired the defendant, who he's come to find doesn't know how to measure. That's right, the cabinets came in too small. They didn't fit right, and he's very unhappy. He didn't get what he paid for and is suing, therefore, for the return of his $2,500. This is the defendant, Kenny. He says the plaintiff got exactly what he ordered. But once things came in, he didn't like one of the cabinets because it had a door on it. The guy came into his showroom in a fit of rage. He thinks he was high on some kind of drugs or something. And after the way he carried on, he didn't want to work for him anymore. He has no idea why he's suing him for some money back because his kitchen is installed and he's using it. He's accused of letting things get too hot. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,041 for all he's out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff is a private chef and hired the defendant to redo his kitchen. Says the guy got the measurements of the cabinets all wrong. But the defendant says the plaintiff seemed high on drugs and outraged over a cosmetic issue he's responsible for. It's the case of you take me for granted.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
You are a professional caterer?
Yes.
All right. And you were redoing your kitchen. You hired the defendant to redo your kitchen, correct?
Yes.
Now, he was just going to build the cabinets. Somebody else was doing the installation. Is that right?
Right.
All right. What was the problem? You were suing to get $2,500 back of the, what's the total you paid him?
$33.29.
And you want $2,500 back?
Yes.
So that you would just pay $800 for all the cabinets? That's what
for the ones that were correct.
Okay. Because according to you, he did a bad job. All right. How did he do a bad job?
Okay, Your Honor, I ordered my kitchen to be on this format right here. I gave him this format because I just came back from Paris.
Okay.
A couple weeks prior. Because I had heart surgery, and I was looking.
Did you say you had heart surgery?
Yes, I had heart surgery.
In Paris?
No, in New York.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to recover in Paris.
Oh, good for you. Everyone should recover in Paris. All right, go on.
So what happened was I was looking through some magazines, and I seen how they did the cabinets where it would be 36-inch cabinets, and then on top of that, it would be lighting boxes. So you can display all your all-clad, all of your Lacoste pots, okay? And I also wanted a waterfall countertop with 2 stools, okay? And an opening cabinet underneath so I can store my KitchenAid mixers. I have 2 of them, a red one and a gray one. Now you see how they set all that up in the floor plan.
So first the cabinets come in and they're the wrong color.
It was the wrong color. He got that delivered.
Then he says, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, let me get you the right color. Then you hire somebody to install them, and when he installs them, you realize there's an 8-inch gap.
Yes.
And you say he mismeasured. Okay, go on.
So now, here's the pictures of my original kitchen. Now, if you see on that far corner on this side,
Yep.
okay, there's a pre-existing gas line.
Okay.
It's a box. I cannot cover that,
Okay.
okay, because of fire code.
Okay.
So when I ordered my new countertops, and it was 72 inches from the microwave to the existing knockout on the wall.
Yes.
Okay? They came and measured twice.
Okay.
He left an 8-inch gap.
Do you go out there and take a look at it?
Yes.
And was there an 8-inch gap?
That was a gap. That was his choice to have a gap in there. Because,
Why would anybody want a gap?
Because he took the one cabinet out. The last cabinet was covering the pipes. He
Okay,
said,
so when you measured, you were going to cover the gas pipe?
Cut the back of the cabinets and then put them in there. That was originally. He said, I don't want this cabinet anymore.
The cabinet that would have reached to the end?
Yesterday, he said, I don't want that one.
Okay.
It doesn't work for me. I said, okay, fine.
So it's not a matter of mismeasuring. It's a matter of not putting the last cabinet. So tell me what else you are complaining about that should entitle you to get back 70% of the cabinet.
Okay. All right, this picture here.
What does that picture show?
That's the garbage can door. Do you see how it looks?
The bottom one?
You see how the white is showing it's not aligned? It's not a line.
But
When
he
I
didn't
mentioned
install
the
the cabinets. Do you install cabinets too?
No.
Never. It's always a bad idea to have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay.
You know? Because when you have a bunch of cooks in the kitchen,
Okay, that's one
watch
side of it.
this.
Hold on.
Excuse
The
me,
other-
do you hear me talking?
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So how do you protect yourself to make sure you get what you want when you order kitchen cabinets? What do you say?
I would say you have to stay on top of your contractors for sure. They might hit you for it, but it's your money, you're paying for it. So
What else do you do other than staying on top of the contractors? Because they're going to say, oh, well, you didn't order this cabinet, you ordered this type of cabinet.
You hold back the money until they do the job right.
What do you give them to make sure the job gets done right?
What do a direction?
And how do you give them direction?
Written contract. Yeah, written contract.
I'm never going to get it out of them. I'll tell you later. Going inside the courtroom.
When you have too many cooks in the kitchen, watch this. He says this doesn't close all the way, it's not aligned, or the sides are showing too much. What's your answer to that?
Contractor should adjust that.
Okay. Of course it is. These come from a factory. The problem is not the actual cabinet, it's the person who installed it, is his position. Now, so you've got two people going like this. All right, go on.
Okay, and then on this one here, I paid for the $138 for the wall that goes from the ceiling to the side of the refrigerator. Take a look at that. Where does it stop?
Okay, I'm going to send that over to you. That panel is supposed to reach the end of the refrigerator, not the middle of the refrigerator. Why is that panel hanging up in the air like that?
The panel comes a standard size, 96 inches. Every manufacturer making 96 inches high.
Yeah, but you knew the measurement of his refrigerator.
Nope.
Yeah, it's the same refrigerator. He didn't get a new. Did you get a new refrigerator?
No, we did not measure. That's the contractor supposed to tell us.
No. You're the guys who ordered the piece.
Okay, that's the only way it comes. 96 inches. There's no other way.
Well, then don't sell it to him. Do you
haven't
have
looked
the
at that.
itemized list of everything he paid for?
Yes.
May I see it? What else are you?
Okay,
Not paying for it.
Your Honor, you see on the original plan that I gave you, that
Oh,
underneath
that's
the
it.
waterfall cabinet, this was the cabinet that was supposed to be open box like that cabinet's on top of all my other cabinets.
Okay.
Because I was
And
supposed to.
instead, it came with doors.
He gave me something
Did you
with doors
tell
and
him to
drawers that
know-
I can't use. I have a 10-inch overlay so you can see the school.
Okay, so did you return it?
It's-
Why did you get it installed if that's not?
Because
what...
when I turned around and told him, oh, this costs more money, you have to pay more and more. Like,
Okay,
if
well
you
then
see-
why did you install it? Why didn't you just say no? I'm not paying for this. Take this back.
Because at this point, Your Honor, I had a heart attack.
I know, but
I
you're
was
telling
ready to
okay,
have my
but if it's
kitchen
good
done.
enough for you, it's hard for you to come to court and say, "Give me back 75% of what I paid." Why do you install it if it's wrong? Give him a chance to correct it and say, "Return this
Because
and
every
give me
time
what
I
I
try to correct
ordered."
it, they turn around telling me I'm changing stuff.
That's not you changing stuff. According to you, you ordered, or is it? Are you saying that would be a change because that's not what he ordered?
That's what he was telling me.
Stop. What did he order?
Closed box. He didn't mention it at the time. Yeah.
Okay. 3 base cabinets, 18. Okay, I got you. 27-inch island base cabinets. Okay. It doesn't say whether it has doors, doesn't have doors. Why did you send him one that had doors?
Because that was the standard. He didn't ask at the time. He did not say he wanted an open cabinet.
Okay. Why did you end up installing that cabinet?
Because they brought this cabinet at the last day of delivery.
They bring it before your installer installs it. Why don't you say, no, get me the one that I asked for? Because when you don't do that, his position is, well, he didn't even ask for that. He asked for a regular one. And you end up accepting it and installing it. So it sounds like you might be making this up now at the end.
No,
But
ma'am.
you see why it might look that way, right?
I understand that.
So why would you let your guy install the wrong cabinet and then complain later you want your money back? Why don't you just make them give them back the wrong cabinet? They can get a refund, right? And then they can order you the one that you want.
Okay.
You deprive them of the opportunity of correcting that one by installing it. So
Okay.
I can't let you complain about it now.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So what else is wrong?
Okay, on this here. Mm-hmm. Okay, they came out 2 times and measured for this, right? The first time we tried to install it, it was wrong. Sizes was totally wrong. It's 79 inches across, okay? We had to disassemble it. If you see in this picture here, we disassembled it and put it back together and had to drill a hole in the side of it to go over that gas line that I was telling you about. You see in the corner where the gas line is?
Yes.
We had to cut a hole in the cabinet to fit the cabinet in and take the cabinet apart to put it back together because they mismeasured.
Why was this installed this way? Why are there these gaps? Maybe he mismeasured a little.
Yes.
Don't get so excited. You're still greedy as can be on them. And you're still totally in the wrong for installing stuff instead of giving them a chance to return it and order the right stuff. All right. You know what the problem is? The problem is you had one guy manufacturing and one guy installing, and apparently these people aren't communicating. And so your guy starts to install as he goes along, doing what he thinks he can do, and then you expect everything to fit. They sold you a puzzle, and then someone else put it together, and you're complaining about the way it looks, but they're not the ones who put the puzzle together. What did this man pay for the side wood?
$138. That was my cost. And then he gave free handles too to him. As a
You gave what?
Free handles, cabinet handles, no charge.
I know, that's part of your counterclaim against him. Everything you gave him for free, you now want to charge.
Well,
Yes.
This point, you bring me
Yeah, but
here.
that's not how life works. It's like what you get to sue on in court is a contract, an obligation, not, I was nice to him, now I wish I wasn't, so I want my handles back. All right, I'm going to order the return of the $138 because you shouldn't even have sold him that because it's so offensive. On your counterclaim against him for $1,041 of freebies that you're now angry that you got sued, no. He has no legal obligation to pay you for things that you ended up giving him, throwing in. That's my verdict. Verdict for the plaintiff in the amount of the $138 plus tax. Good luck, folks.
Well, neither side's going to be happy with the outcome of this case. You lost your countersuit. She threw that out in effect.
I'm very happy with the decision.
You are?
Yes, very good.
Okay, so you only got $138.
That's
You're
it.
going to pay him. That's,
Yeah.
It's a lot less than $2,500.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think everything was done right from your perspective? From
Yeah,
what
we
you
did everything right.
Okay.
He's the one, he make it up, all of them.
All right. Very good.
Go.
Thank you very much, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You
you
must
very
sign a few documents on your way out of the courtroom?
Okay.
Okay? All right, Mr. Coleman. I know you're not very happy with the outcome. $138, that's not much.
No,
compared
it's
to
not
the
much,
$2,500
but-
you wanted.
What I'm saying to you was, it was the principle and the understanding that when I ordered something from him,
Yeah.
I was expecting to get what I ordered. That's not the case.
The judge
He
said
didn't
you
measure
should
it.
have looked at this before
Yes,
you had it
no,
installed.
but I should.
You should have had your
I should-
installer here.
I should have my installer here.
You really should.
That's
Yeah.
what I
That's
should
your
have done.
problem. Okay.
That's my problem.
All right, you've
I
learned a
learned from
lesson
my
the hard way.
mistake.
Okay, very good.
But thank you.
Thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, so what I was trying to get from them is you get photos of the exact type of cabinet that you want, the exact type of cabinet you want, with obviously the measurements and the schematics. More specific, the better.